right, it's Wednesday. Westwood Wednesday, wisdom, Westwood Wednesday, wisdom, something like that. I don't know. Westwood, clintwestwood.net. Go see that. clintwestwood.net. I have a very basic website I made myself, obviously. No glitz, no glam, just facts. And what I have out there on my website, I put, just links. If somebody's beginning in crypto, just go to that website. It's a good launch pad because there's some videos out there, good tutorials, a lot of links to how you can get Bitcoin for shopping, like LOLLI and Fold app. You can use that referral code and get some Bitcoin, free Bitcoin by using it. So, go to that website. It's pretty good. You can see all my interviews too. I don't know, not really interviews. It's mostly discussions at happy hour with Lisa, Litecoin Lisa on her channel. But no, you need to, if you're getting into crypto, take a look at that website. It's actually useful. And I wanted to make it useful. I put stuff out there that I use. So, it's something that I think is helpful. So, hey, pass it along. Holy cow, that house is for sale. It's a nice house. Huh. Speaking of nice houses and nice things, when are we going to get out of crypto and get some things in the real world? Tesla announced that they are going to accept Bitcoin as payments for Tesla vehicles. Now, some people think that's not a good idea. You should hodl that Bitcoin, hold on for dear life. You shouldn't get rid of it. Bitcoin is a scarce asset, that's only going to get more valuable because of the scarcity factor, and that's true. And the analogy is, remember Laszlo. Now, Laszlo was this guy who wanted to spend Bitcoin back in, I think, 2011. Wanted to spend Bitcoin. He wanted to use it and show that it had a use case, that it was money. So what did he do? He said, you know what? I want to buy these 2 pizzas. And I think it was, I don't know if it's Papa John's or Domino's. One of those. 2 pizzas. And he got somebody to pay for it in Bitcoin. 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. But see, that's what Bitcoin was worth then. It was worth very little because what was the use case? Well, Laszlo made the sacrifice and showed that there's a use case to Bitcoin. People will accept it or people will use it. Now, fast forward to today, that'd be millions and millions of dollars. However, at the time, it served a purpose for the greater good. I mean, it did something. So now, when you have the opportunity to spend your Bitcoin on a Tesla, some people say don't do that. Well, by doing that, you're showing that Bitcoin definitely has value. Obviously, it has value. And you know what? You can save that Bitcoin for years, but you don't get to use the Tesla in the meantime. You're looking at your Bitcoin. So you have to weigh those options and think, okay, can it bring me, maybe you won't be able to get out of the Tesla when you want to cut, or in and out of the Tesla. You see these older guys, the middle-aged, midlife crisis, they're driving Corvettes and these low-riding sports cars. I saw a guy at Costco a few weeks ago. I was with my daughter, and we both looked, and whips into a handicap spot, real sporty car, real low to the ground, and it was funny to watch him get out, because he could barely get out of it in the handicap spot, driving a sports car at age 65. So, you gotta, if you can enjoy it now and you've got the ability, then I can't fault somebody for that. Those pizzas were probably pretty good at the time, especially if you had a few beers. I'll throw some Bitcoin at it. What's that worth? But it's you're not going to live forever. There have been people I know who have taken their money to the grave and did not enjoy those things in life. Now, I'm not saying be conspicuous consumption and be extravagant. That's up to you, but I wouldn't do that. But you gotta live too. You're on this planet for so long, and your body's only gonna last so long, and you're only gonna have your children, if you have children, for so long, and be able to enjoy that time and be healthy. I'm not saying the Tesla is what's going to make you happy, but I'm just saying that, cryptocurrency, if it's done well for you and it allows you to purchase some happiness in this world, take a look at that. give it some consideration, and don't feel bad and think that down the road. Okay, here's an analogy. I bought a refrigerator, used refrigerator, over the summer because I had a meetup coming. It was Westwood, a meetup, a bunch of people from crypto coming over, and I had this little tiny white refrigerator. For the first meetup, it just was not adequate. I mean, got to drink a lot of beer, have some alcohol in there, so I needed a bigger fridge. And at the time, I couldn't find a new one that I wanted, so my parents had an older fridge, a nice fridge, 36 inches wide, stainless steel drawers, nice, but it's used. They used it, and they were looking to get another one and get a little bit smaller. So I said, I'll buy it off you, and I ended up buying it for Theta. I gave a certain amount of Theta for it, which would be worth a few thousands of dollars right now. But at the time, it was like $500. But you see what Theta's done. Do I feel bad about that purchase? No, I really don't. I really don't, because I said at the time, I hope that's a $100,000 refrigerator. I really do. I hope it's like the Bitcoin pizzas that Laszlo bought, because that served a purpose. The Theta worked. I wanted to sell it for pay with Theta, and they wanted to take Theta. I got what I wanted, and everybody's happy. We got to enjoy that refrigerator. I mean, it had plenty of room in it, so it worked. That moment, that memory, that action that was taken cannot be taken away from the memories of the people who were there, that experience. So you can't necessarily look at it like, oh my gosh, I got to save my Bitcoin. Okay, you're saving your Bitcoin, you're saving your crypto. Then you got to ask yourself, why are you saving it? Are you saving it for a rainy day? Are you saving it for a house purchase? Are you saving it for an island purchase? Know what you're saving it for, just like any other investment. And I don't necessarily look at certain crypto as an investment. I look at it as empowering and taking control of your money. However, what good is money if it can't be spent and used for something? It's a store of your value, your labor, until you need it. It's like a battery that might sit in a closet and it never gets used. Well, that energy just doesn't do anything. So I just implore everyone to really think about, don't listen to everybody who says, hodl, hodl, don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. I mean, there's merit to that, but at some point, you can't hodl to the grave, can you? Now, you can if you're willing to sacrifice your life and pass that along to your children. I mean, that's wonderful to be able to do that. But maybe your children would enjoy taking a vacation to Hawaii with you. If you have grandchildren, maybe they would enjoy, just having a moment. Now, I remember going to Disney World with my grandparents when I was almost a senior in high school. I went with my sister and my cousin, my aunt, and I still remember that. I'm glad I got to go and share that time with my grandparents, because they're no longer with me, no longer in this world. And, sometimes those things are meaningful. And they were always good like that. They always wanted to do stuff for us and do stuff for us in this life. And they didn't have much when they died. I mean, and really at the end of it, didn't have anything. But you know what? They spent up everything. And I have great memories with my grandparents. I mean, they had a pool. It was always over there. And I mean, they did things for the kids. And they did it while they were alive. And then I had another grandparent that, I mean, they really didn't include the grandchildren a whole lot. And they kind of did their own thing. And they saved their money and, didn't, they were different from the other grandparents, and I loved them both, but they were different, and it just kind of depends. I mean, who do you want to be? Do you want to spend that time with your children now and maybe break off a little bit of that crypto and help them to, build some memories here? Or would you rather just, say, here, build your own memories? Just some thoughts. You can't cancel out experiences, and time spent and shared with people. So if your life can be made better through crypto, that's my point here. Let it help you, because that's what it's here for. It's to help us. So I'm at my destination, stopping to see my buddy, and hope you all have a great day, and hopefully that spurs some thought. Love you all.